signs suggest Egyptian-Sudanese relations are taking a turn for the worse, with accusations that Sudan has taken a far more hardline diplomatic turn towards its African neighbour. This comes as Egyptian Minister of Foreign Affairs Sameh Shoukry resumed a postponed joint consultation committee yesterday in Sudan's capital Khartoum. The talks are supposed to look at strengthening bilateral trade, the lifting of a ban on the importation of Egyptian agricultural products, and recent Sudanese escalation on disputed borders. The meeting was due to take place on the 9th of April, but adverse weather conditions were cited by Egypt's foreign ministry. Analysts say there are indications to prove otherwise, citing a mix of both long-drawn and more recent events. Relations have soured since July 2013, when Muslim Brotherhood leader Mohamed Morsi was ousted in a coup by the current Egyptian President El-Sisi. On a visit to Khartoum 3 months before the coup, Morsi spoke of his intention to create deeper ties between the two countries.
هذه الزيارة هي حجر زاوية أساسي ومحوري في فتح كل الأبواب فيما بين مصر والسودان وتذليل كل العقبات العالقة إن وجدت لكي يكون هناك تكامل حقيقي بين البلدين.
According to an article released today on online news platform Middle East Monitor, Sudan is signalling a more forceful diplomacy with Egypt. It cites Sudan's Foreign Minister Ibrahim Randour's public request to explain why Egypt supported the maintenance of a UN arms embargo and sanctions on Sudan at a United Nations Security Consultation meeting on the 7th of April, to which a spokesperson from Egypt's foreign ministry denied the claim of a less favourable stance towards Sudan. But it's not only on the diplomatic scale that things seem to be tipping less favourably for both the nations.
of Qatar to the pyramids of Meroe in Sudan. Egyptian media rushed to showcase their astonishment that another
The last month has also seen resembling media sparring matches in both Egypt and Sudan, following Sudan's media minister, who was reported as saying that his country's civilization is older than that of Egypt's. A case of whose pyramid is better than whose. Last year, Egypt's foreign ministry said the media has exaggerated tensions between the two countries and that their relationship is sound. But far long-standing issues relating to the Halayeb Triangle border region shows this is not necessarily the case. The Halayeb Triangle border region comprises of 3 cities, Halayeb, Abu Ramad and Shalatin. The area is administered by Egypt, but has been central to tension for decades, relating to both countries' rights to access and manage the area's natural resources. In 2004, Egypt and Sudan signed the Four Freedoms Agreement, allowing Egyptian and Sudanese citizens to both freely move across the border and live, work or own property in either country without a permit. But last week, Sudan moved to require Egyptian travellers obtain entry visas into the country. Some analysts believe that this is settling a score with Egypt and its imposition of the same procedure on Sudanese travellers. This could be problematic at a time where both countries are facing economic depressions, particularly for Egypt, which is currently facing a tourism crisis. Sudan's government says that its decision to make Egyptian men aged from 18 to 50 obtain entry visas was aimed at preventing terrorists from infiltrating the country.
يعني ما هو اللي حصل عندنا نفس اللي حصل عند فرنسا ونفس اللي حصل عند ألمانيا ونفس اللي حصل عند تركيا ونفس اللي بيحصل في أماكن كتير كمان في أمريكا حصل عندها تفجيرات ومحدش قطع رجليه عن أمريكا أو عن فرنسا أو عن الدول دي.
Negotiations between Egypt, Sudan and Ethiopia over the Renaissance Dam could be overshadowed by these border disputes and adds to current tensions, with Egypt opposing the project due to concerns over the dam's impact on the quality of the Nile downstream. Sudan and Ethiopia think otherwise. Both Egypt and Sudan have a long-standing history, with both countries once creating a unified polity in the last century. Some Egyptian politicians believe the way forward is to reinstate the 1982 Nile Valley Parliament, which administered diplomatic ties until 1985. But political and security concerns for either country have both moved on since. Adama Munu, The Report.